have the 18 here today at the University of Navarra to solve one of the most difficult cases in the history of finance, so let's go.
So let me give you a brief idea before the A team solves the problem. A debt obligation is a loan, bond, lease, and other mean of debt owned by a specific corporation. Debt obligations are carried on a company as a liable source. In a general meaning, a bond will repay the principal as well as the interest, known as a coupon, on a specific date, also known as the maturity. You may ask yourselves this: what the Spanish premium risk is. It's the difference between the interest paid for the German 10-year bond and the Spanish 10-year bond. In other words, when the risk in the country is bigger, the premium of the risk will be higher as well. Bonds require future risk cash flows. There are many factors that affect the issuer, depending on the issuer of the bond. The government bonds are usually safer than the corporate ones due to the size of the issuer. Now we're going to go to the A team so they can actually solve the problem for you.
Well, here we have some data to the problem. First of all, we can see that man bought a 10-year debt obligation issued at par. What does that mean? That means that the face value that is equal to 1,000 is equal to the present value. Also, we can see that the coupon rate is 7.5% paid quarterly. So, as it is issued at par, the yield to maturity is equal to the coupon rate and it's equal to the internal rate of return. Also, we can see that that man decided to invest 50% of his total amount in the obligation. So, that equals to 98,000 euros. As one bond is equal to 1,000 euros, he bought 98 bonds.
Consider that coupons are paid quarterly. The coupon amount will be 75 divided by 4. This is 1875 euros, paid in November, February, and May. This will be for one bond, and for all 98, it will be this amount times 98, that gives us this amount. First, we need to move the present value and all the payments to the end of the year. That will be our future value for year 1 and the new present value for the next year. And by subtracting the future value minus the present value, we get the amount reinvested each year. We will do the same for the rest of the years.
So in order to find out the deposit account balance on August 1st, 2014, we need to move the initial balance plus all the coupon payments paid quarterly. And this will give us a future value of this. And if we subtract the cancellation fee, which is 0.05% to the deposit account balance, that will give us a pretty close amount, which is this one. And we also need to take into account the price of the bonds. The price of the bonds will be calculated with the formula, but the YTM is not 7.5% anymore. Now it's 4.23. And the price of the bond will be this amount, and considering that we are selling 98 bonds, the total price will be this one. And if we add these two amounts, that will give us the amount available to buy the apartment, which is this one. Okay, so by subtracting the present value to the future value, that will give us the amount reinvested every year. And if we subtract all the coupon payments that we have been putting through the year into the account, that will give us the total amount of interest earned. And we will do that for the following 2 years until the account is cancelled.
With the help of Excel, we get an IRR quarterly of 3.41%, as well as an annual effective of 14.34%.
Okay, we'll finish with the component growth rate, and with this formula, with the calculation we did before, we can get that the rate is 6.54%.
Thanks to